Darren, Hemel Hempstead away on a 3G pitch, and they've been going quite well in their league. So it had all the makings of a difficult afternoon. What did you make of the afternoon
Yeah,
and the result?
I thought it was difficult. I thought that, first of all, it doesn't matter what team you play against, what level they play at. When it's 11 men versus 11 men, or 11 players versus 11 players, it's always going to be a challenge, a big challenge. So it did make it difficult. The surface is the surface. I don't think we can pinpoint huge negatives to our play based on the surface. It's a very different 3G from the ones at Dorking and Bromley, but I don't think we can hold that in any sort of substance that it affected us. I think the biggest intervention to our game was losing Kellerman, who's such a prominent part of most things we do, his character and his influence. And it just meant that all the preparation that we'd made had to be, we had to adapt, and we had to try and go about things in a different way. And when you're changing things like that mid-game, it's they always take time to settle. So I was really pleased with our defensive organisation. Will's had another, pretty easy afternoon. He made a good save second half. But I thought defensively, from set plays and defending the box, I thought it was much improved on previous weeks.
And it felt like we finished the game quite strongly. The last 20 minutes, we had a lot more pressure. Again, I thought, I don't like to pick out players, but I mean, Morgan Williams came on. He brought a little bit of extra creativity, didn't he?
Absolutely. He had a really lovely dynamic about him, enthusiasm about him, almost like a fresh mind. Some of these players mentally are tired, fatigued after the work they've done, and also the form they're in. That's fatiguing. But Morgan hasn't had that. He hasn't had that this year. So he came on very, very bright, very bright. I thought he used the ball very well. I actually thought he could have gone a stage further with what he was doing and actually go beyond the two central defenders after he'd passed. But he definitely gave us a lift when the game was flattening. And our fatigue of our players that haven't played an awful lot lately. You're always, no matter the running you do in training, when you haven't been playing a lot, you're always going to fatigue quickly on a match day. And I thought he gave us a little bit of a spark after Robbie and Darren came off.
We said about losing Jim Kellerman, which obviously is a setback. Some players beginning to come back from injury. So is that a bit of a pick-me-up for the squad, just beginning to get players back?
Absolutely. I mean, there are some players in every dressing room in football where their availability can lift. They really can lift. Gregor Cox has that capability. Absolutely sure of that. Brown being back in training with us on Monday will be it's a huge lift for us, because we can look back at what Reece is capable of, and especially against deep defences, which Hemel were today, a very deep block. He has that maverick, mercurial ability to go past people when it's very, very tight and it's very congested. So his qualities will need to used intelligently. He's not played for 8 weeks, but there'll definitely be qualities at our disposal that we can use if and when.
And so we're in the hat on, I think it's probably Monday, and then all to play for really Tuesday night back at the Lathway Community Stadium.
And I'm really looking forward to it. I think the way to the only consistent in football is change. Only ever change occurs, and I'm quite a realist, absolutely, but I'm a positive person with our players, because that really big win's only one game away ever. And that can then be the trigger point for more.
Yeah.
So that's my belief. I'm a very very positive chap when it comes to stuff like that, and it's important the players feel that positivity in their play. At times today we were flat, very flat, especially first half, just playing in front of their deep block. But I think at the Lathway, it's a bigger area, it's a bigger surface. The surface obviously is magnificent. And we'll be there with our home supporters, which is an extra player for us. That's an extra energy, and we can really start putting our foot down and putting our foot on the gas again. So it'll be positive to have some of them back, and but again, we'll have to adjust, and probably not having Kellerman.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, thank you for your time. Quick turnaround, but we'll see you on Tuesday.
Excellent. Thank you.